All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? Coming to you live from my daughter's cubby, where she plays her video games. But thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, and all that stuff. I do appreciate all the comments and stuff and the concern. If you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. If you want to look at it, if you're looking at it today, I don't know what happened with my haircut this Friday, but I do look like Goose from Top Gun. But yeah, so check it out on the YouTube. Also, my other podcast with my good friend Corey Brooks, The Manxiety Show. That is also available wherever you get your podcast from. Spotify, Apple Play, Podbean, and all the rest of them. Wherever you can get a podcast from, this is where you'll get The Manxiety Show and Cheaper Than Therapy. The Manxiety Show, a little bit more serious, right? We talk about men's mental health and stuff. Because I got qualifications during the COVID, during the lockdown. What else am I going to do? Talk to my family? Yeah. So I do appreciate if you check out either one of those shows. Speaking of shows coming up this Saturday night, if you're listening on the week it came out, today being Valentine's Day, and we'll get to that in a moment. But this Saturday night down in Florida, my Floridians, my Florida folks, February 19th, this Saturday night, I will be at Madcaps Comedy Club. I'm only doing a feature spot. I'm not headlining down there, so I happen to be going down there and jumping up on stage you'll probably catch me for half an hour for 2 shows on the Saturday night. So if you're in the area, I'd love to catch up. Come on down, say hello. Then we go into March, Caroline's Comedy Club in New York City. I'm there March 2nd. March 3rd, I am at the Gruen Center. Is it the Grunen Center in New Jersey. I'd love to see you down there. Also on March 4th, I'm at the Brokerage Comedy Club on Long Island. March 5th, McGuire's Comedy Club on Long Island. And the 18th and the 19th of March, I am up in Laugh It Up in Poughkeepsie, a great club. And I'm going up there with my Almost Irish podcast cast crew, which is fucking, dismantled now. But we're getting the band back together for some shows up there for 18th and 19th. So tickets available at all those clubs. Just turn up, I guess. Lovely to see you. But anyway, happy Valentine's Day, or Valentine's, as your dumb friends might say. Some might have an aunt that says that, or my mother says that. Happy Valentine's Day. It's another fucking weird. It's one of those holidays that it's weird. It's like the people who really hate it go, it's just a scam to sell cards and chocolates and that kind of stuff. Those are the guys who don't give a shit. And then they're the people that just genuinely don't give a fuck about anything. And they don't like it. And of course, girls go all in for it. The girls love it. But do they really love it though? Or is it just kind of like they want to post the picture up on the guy who doesn't really give a shit all year round, and then all of a sudden gets him flowers and takes him out to some place, to a shitty restaurant, and they can talk about it. Oh, we had the best day dedicated to love. But anyway, I hope you enjoy your Valentine. I've never understood the Valentine. I just don't understand why they, jack the prices up and stuff. It's like, why would you give them your business? To be quite honest with you, it's like they're taking advantage of everything. But fuck it, who am I, man? Who am I to say that? Your Valentine's could be, you might enjoy it. You might have a great time. I hope you do. Hope there's lots of love in the air for you. Lots of love. And it's right the day after the Super Bowl. That was a waste of time too, wasn't it? Like, does anybody really like the Super Bowl? Does anybody? I had to go to a party yesterday, a Super Bowl party, and I like the people. You know what I mean? I like the people that hosted the party, but I would never go to the party. And it's so funny. One of the refreshing things about being a comedian is you can kind of say what you want, and then people go, he's just joking. Because, the conversation of COVID came up, and I was like, yeah, and it's a great thing. It's a great excuse to get out of anything. You can get out of anything now with COVID. Just say you don't want to go, I'd love to go out. COVID. You know what I mean? You make a date with another couple to go out for dinner. She's got the vid. Or I don't feel good. I was at work today and some guy hocked up a lung. Definitely COVID. I don't think we should go out. And it's a great way to get out of stuff. And I said to the guy last night at his house, was like, yeah, I nearly said I had COVID not to come to this thing. And they were, it's hilarious. All right, nobody take me serious. That's good. And you go, right, you go to the suit and you fucking have to bring a cake. I brought a football shaped cake, which is just fucking, you pick it up at a supermarket and it's shaped like a football and it tastes like, I don't eat cake, so I don't really give a shit what it tastes like. I just walk in and go, isn't that adorable? And then and you're walking through the supermarket carrying this fucking thing, and people stop you and they just want to ask you about the cake. Like, I didn't make it. It's over there with the fucking... Where do you think I got it? I got it with the steaks. It's with the other cakes, you fucking idiot. Just go get it and get the fuck out of my way. So you go, and it's like, when you don't grow up watching football, and I couldn't tell you who played, right? I couldn't tell you who played. But the funny thing is like, we were out of there before the game even started. That'll tell you the fucking little interest I have in it. But I've been to parties in the past where you have to go and fucking, like, pretend like you give a shit. And I came up with some talking points. And this is what you can try for next year if you're a foreigner or a woman. You can do that. You just walk up. And what worked with me every year is you go, Anderson is having a good year. That's like every team has an Anderson, right? Every team in every sport has an Anderson. If you're again a foreigner or a woman and you're in the circle and people are talking about baseball comes up, basketball comes up, if you're in Europe and soccer comes up and you don't follow any of those things, and then someone talks about it, and you just go, yeah, Anderson's playing a blinder. Sometimes Johnson will work too, but Johnson doesn't work for all sports. Be careful with that. But no matter what the sport is, hockey, yeah, good old. You know what? I like Anderson's chance this year. Then fucking this guy knows what he's talking about. All right. 10 points to the foreigner for guessing it. Good for you. And you go and then your kids go play with other kids, and then you're left there talking about the state of the world, and you're not fixing it. So it's just basically people complaining about their lives. I could do that at home. You go, you got to eat their food, pretend it's nice. It's not. It was okay. You know what I mean? It was okay. I guess, and it was nice. It was, you know what I mean? Got there at 3:00, out of there around 7. The game didn't kick off till I don't know what time the game kicked off, because as we were leaving, like, the game's starting. You got like, nah, we're snowing outside, which it was snowing. I got to get the kids home for school in the morning, and and of course they had a 2-hour delay with the snow, so it was great. We just in and out, and when I used to go to the parties years ago, when I first moved here, because I kind of felt like you should do that. That's before I kind of had these realizations in my brain where, like, just, I'm not doing anything I don't want to do anymore. And you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I don't know if you're aware of that. If you don't want to do something, you just don't do it. Right? You don't even have to lie. You just go, nah, I'm okay. Thank you for the offer, though. It works. I'm telling you. It works. Try it. Give it a go. And I used to fucking go to these things, and you'd be standing there, like, everyone's sitting on the couch, and you're standing behind the couch with the other people who are not, close to the family, the real friends of the family, and you're standing back there, and then the usually, and I'm sorry if you're this woman out there, I know there are a handful of women who love sports, and this is not for you. This is not for you, all right? So don't get upset and start sending me comments and stuff on Instagram, Mick Thomas Comedy. Like, oh, that wasn't nice what you said about women. I'm not talking about all. I'm sure there's a chunk of you crazy ladies who love sports. And but anyway, like, it's just, when you go to these parties, there's just a bunch of women come out in the jerseys, and they fucking talk to the and they act, they're pretending to be into it, and they're so not into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, as a man, if you've ever pretended to watch something like a fucking woman will make you watch, I don't know. You know what I mean? And you pretend like you give a shit. Like Euphoria or something like that. You pretend to like Euphoria because the missus likes it, and every female out there is talking about Euphoria. And they come in and they come in like, hey babe, talk to the husband in the jersey. How are we doing? Are we? Oh, okay. And they learn two players' names. Like, at least I have the decency and the creativity to make up a person. I have the creativity and the skill to create something, a player that does not exist. And people go, but just when the lady goes out and she learns the two names and she comes in with her fucking chicken wings on it or whatever, shitty snacks, Doritos. Go, oh, are we winning? Are we like? I even hate when a fucking man does. Are we winning? So you're gonna start. You're gonna start. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. And again, if you're that woman out there that like genuinely likes it, knows the teams, knows the stats, watches every. I know 2 or 3 of you. I do know 2 or 3 of you who really big into it. But the rest of you, stop. Just fuck off. Stop. Take everyone together for your Instagram shots, and so we can fucking put it on, Instagram and shit, and go like, oh, aren't we great? Aren't we great pretending to like this sport, this game, this fucking day in general? So you get baited into that, like fucking, like I said, you pretend to watch that show Euphoria. Have you watched Euphoria yet, by the way? I got into it. I didn't get into it as in I enjoy it. I got roped into, hey, sit on the couch and watch this show with me. And I watch an episode or two, and it's like, oh, no, this is season 2. Let's go back and watch season 1 again so you can be brought up to speed. And I watched Euphoria, and it's remarkably, why can't I talk to it? Remarkably, there it is. Remarkably popular. People are all over it, losing their shit. Euphoria is great. Watch Euphoria. Can't believe it. See the memes. But here's what annoys me. It's fucking high school. It's children. It's children who are going through children's problems. Now, I get the drug addict thing with Rue, Zendaya. Is that her name? Zendaya? I get that's real. Listen, I've studied drug and alcohol abuse. I like that take on it. It was very, very interesting, very accurate. That's a decent, like, maybe let's do a show where we focus on the drug abuse, whatever. Like that. But the rest of it, you're fucking children. They're teenagers who dress way like there's no school in the world that would let teachers they dress way inappropriate to be dressed like that. Walking down the hall, I'm watching, like, there's no fucking way. There's no way you would be allowing any school like that. Teachers like, you're a whore. Go home and get you. Oh, you're slut shaming me. You're a whore. You're not wearing that to school. Go home. How the fuck did your parents let you leave the house? And I get they do the cool mom in it too. I've seen that. I know one or two of those too, fucking wearing their Ed Hardy shirts when that was a thing. Like it's the girls are dressed like whores, and everybody loves this show, and the nudity is unbelievable. I'm like, wait, you're watching kids fuck? That's what you're doing. You're watching these children, because that's what you are. I'm sorry if you listen to the show and you're a teenager, but you're still a child in my eyes. You're still a child, and you're watching these children have sex, and you're thinking, isn't this great? But the fucking drama that they're going through, and people are on the edge of their seat over these. I used to date this guy, and I don't date him anymore. But now now she's banging him, and the stress this girl is under, and she's hiding in a fucking bathtub, and like she's having a nervous breakdown, and she hasn't eaten in months because of the stress that she's having sex with her friend's ex-boyfriend. They're not even together anymore, and she's stressed about it. And it's a whole show, and the music and the drama and the fucking panic attacks and the people and the nail bite, and everybody's upset about it. If my daughter's 14 years of age, and this is what happened. If my daughter came home and explained the plot to me, like what this was happening in her school, right? If my daughter came home at the age of 14 years of age from school and just told me like one episode of Euphoria, like she didn't tell me this was Euphoria, right? She just name names and described what was going on, I would go, oh, isn't that funny? And I wouldn't give a fuck. Like if my daughter came home, she goes, oh, I go, how was school today, honey? She goes, it was terrible. There was so much fucking drama with my friends. What kind of drama, honey? Well, my friend, she used to, I don't know the names, she used to date, like I'll say Sarah used to date Nate. I know that guy, right? She goes, Sarah used to date Nate for years, and then they broke up, and now my other friend Susan is now dating Nate, and nobody knows about it, and it's just a nightmare. It's just terrible. And I go like, oh, whatever, that'll blow over. Who gives a shit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like if your kid came home and told you that story, didn't turn on an episode of Euphoria, just told you the story, you'd be going like, ah, that's typical high school shit, honey. Doesn't matter. Get over it. It's fucking. Why are we interested? Why are adults interested in the fucking drama of children? You know what I mean? Like, I used to watch Dawson's Creek only because I was dating a girl. Was I dating her or did I want to date her? And she like, remember Dawson's Creek? I don't want to wait for my life to be over. Something. That was another show. I remember sitting there watching it as a teenager, and I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? They're teenagers. Who is this mature? Where's the kid that farts all the time? Where's the farting kid? Where's the kid who spills his yogurt on the table at lunchtime and sucks the yogurt up off the table because he's a fucking scumbag? My friend that used to do that in school, Martin Clear, good buddy of mine. I still chat with him. Used to knock his yogurt over on the table and suck it off the table. Where's that guy in Dawson's Creek? Where's that guy in Euphoria? It's not realistic. And then these people are on the fucking edge of their seat. Can you believe? Yeah, I can. Not the other stories that kid Nate, his dad, who by the way, it doesn't look at all like a high school teenager. He's 8'2", an Australian 29-year-old. Doesn't look like a teenager at all, but whatever. We're all dumb. We'll buy that. His dad apparently is gay or bisexual, whatever, and he just keeps going back to this bar and fantasizing about a guy he used to fuck, and he once banged, I think, a trans girl, and that kind of story. It gets a bit like serious. I'm sure there are men out there who kind of deal with that. Put that in the story. Put his story in there. Put maybe that Rue's story in there, the girl who was the drug addict. But the rest of the shit, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with your drama. Jesus Christ. My daughter came home and said, yeah, they're changing the plot to Oklahoma. They're rewriting Oklahoma. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Are you in the show? Are you going to be in the new version of Oklahoma, honey? No, I'm not going. Well, then I'm not going to go see it. I have no desire to go see the remake of Oklahoma. I didn't see the original Oklahoma. I've been to Oklahoma. That's fine with me. I don't need, honey, unless you're in a fucking play, thou shall not go to that school and see anything. I don't have to, because if you're not in it, I'm not just going to go, oh, really? They're doing a production, a fucking edgy version of Oklahoma? I'm not doing it. People are loving Euphoria. I don't get it, man. I just don't. I'm sorry, and I know a lot of you are fucking fans of it, and you're probably going to attack me now. But that's fine. That's fine. It's your choice. You do what you will. You do what you will. But yeah. So I'm watching Euphoria. I'm in it. And I get the. It's. They didn't show a new episode because of the Super Bowl, and people are heartbroken. People were heartbroken. Super Bowl. Fucking thank you for delaying another episode. Speaking of another episode, I don't know if they're going to get another episode next week. I might be missing an episode next week, lads. I might do an audio one. Only because I am going down to Florida this weekend. I'm going to Florida this weekend, and I'll be in South Carolina catching up with some buddies and family and stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting a video version of the podcast up in time, but I'll definitely try to get an audio one, kind of just keep you up to date what's going. I'm doing the typical Florida thing. I'm going to do some shows, pop my head in the old Disney World again, say hello to the cast and crew there. And that's what we're doing next week. But like I said, I got a string of shows. I was at the comic strip last Saturday night, actually. Fucking amazing. Had a great time, man. Had a great time. Thank you for everybody who came out to that show. That was it was one in a million. I really enjoyed it. I just wanted to throw that thanks out there. But yeah, I think that's it. I'll wrap this up now. Just coming shy of 20 minutes as I always do. But yeah, check out those shows like I just listed at the start of the show. I just threw away my paper to tell you again. But Long Island, March 4-5, I'm at the Brokerage and I'm at Maguire's. That's Bohemia. That's Balmore and Bohemia. New York City, Caroline's, I'm there on the 2nd, I think. The 2nd, Caroline's Comedy Club. And then on 18-19, Poughkeepsie, Laugh It Up Comedy Club. Go to check out that one. And there's a theater, like I said, they're in Jersey. I said along the way, go back to the start of the episode to get those dates. I would love to see it. But anyway, like I said, let's go on to check out the other show, the Manxiety Show. Go on here and give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And it doesn't mean much to you, but it kind of helps Helps me. And check out him on TikTok. I'm crushing on TikTok with the dumbest jokes you've ever seen, with the dumbest people responding. It's so fucking funny. Some people are nice. A lot of people are nice, but then there's so many people that are just fucking whack jobs, and you got to go on there alone just to watch the interaction. But don't sign up for TikTok just for my sake. But if you have TikTok, by all means, check out my page, Mick Thomas Comedy, and I'm on Instagram and that kind of stuff too. Thanks for listening, liking, subscribing, sharing. I appreciate coming back. And as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.